The reason I got into youth ministry was basically because I felt a really strong call by God to do it. I have been working in our youth group in Abbotsford for quite a few years, and as I did it, I grew more and more of a passion for youth, and I could see that God had gifted me to work with youth.
What provoked me into youth ministry was my own need for someone to be in my life, and then experiencing that and volunteering with Young Life.
Got started in youth ministry because I was seeing all the lousy choices youth were making, and then God got a hold of me and said, hey, maybe you can be an influence on these youth.
So some kids struggle with drugs, some with, relationships, and others with broken families, but ultimately what they have as a universal need is they need someone that loves them and cares for them, an adult that's willing to get involved in their life.
Teens need more time than they're getting, and teens need mentors to basically come alongside them and love them and show them Jesus.
In my experience working with youth, I think that what youth are looking most for is a place to belong, a place to be themselves, to be safe.
It's an amazing thing to be a part of a student's life when they're asking the hard questions about who they are and who is God and what does all this Christianity, all this faith kind of stuff mean to them. And to be there to walk with them and to guide them, to pray with them, just to hear their hearts.
When I was 13, I started to go to youth group, and that's where I met God. And I had amazing Christian leaders just come alongside me and support me, where I felt safe and I could ask these questions. And so I got into youth ministry so that I could help youth discover who they are and, ask those big questions and throw out those doubts and just really help them. And so it's an amazing opportunity to be trusted by youth and be someone that they feel safe and comfortable to come to.
When I started at CBC, I really could not see myself doing ministry at that point. I really did not have the confidence in my abilities. I've been really encouraged by my ministers at my church to go to CBC. They really encouraged me in that. They had the confidence that they wanted me to get the formal education and schooling, but I really had a hesitancy that I would actually be able to engage in ministry in a church on a full-time scale. And CBC changed all that. CBC really helped me to see God's hand in my life, and it was just an incredible experience. I learned so much at CBC, both in knowledge of the Bible, but just in growing spiritually as a person and learning how to really think theologically. It was a huge thing for me.
Without CBC, I really don't know where I'd be. I probably wouldn't be a middle school pastor like I am now, and I'm so thankful for the role that Ron played and that CBC on a whole played.
Because I sense God's call in my life to ministry, to being a youth pastor, I will not stop until I sense Him leading me in another direction. Youth ministry is awesome. So then